Riverman started off as this kind of Bob Dylan-y kind of finger-picking guitar thing. That wasn't even going to go on the record or even going to be a B-side, and it was like a country thing, you know. And one night before we went home, the Stacey twins were saying, "What are we doing tomorrow?" And I said, "Well, I've got this tune." I kind of played it to them, and they both went, "Oh, yeah, it'll be all right." But as I was leaving, I'd said, "Oh, I've got to play you this track that Morrissey played me when I was in LA going to see Dave Sardy." I went out for a night out with Morrissey, and we went to this bar, and Morrissey brought his own CD, not of his own stuff, but like a compilation CD of you know, stuff that he listens to, and he got the barman to put it on in this bar. And while we're chatting away, there's me, him, and Russell Brand, and a couple of other people. He would kind of say, "Do you recognise this tune?" And he'd be like, "I've never fucking heard it," you know. And he'd be like, "Oh, come, it got to number 17 in 1976. What do you mean you've never heard it?" And I'm like, "Fucking hell, who cares what got to number 16 in 1976?" Anyway, he played this one tune. It was called Pinball by Brian Prothero. So I was playing it to the two Stacey twins because I was saying, "Oh, you've got to hear this track. It's fucking amazing." And as I was playing it to them, a light came on, and I thought, wow, that kind of style or vibe, whatever you want to call it, would fit this song that I've got. And I went home that night, and with Pinball by Brian Prothero in mind, I kind of rewrote it a little bit and rejigged the chords, and got in the next day, and it was fucking incredible to hear that coming out of the speakers, you know. And we were all really, really excited when I'd finished it, and when it got to the saxophone break, it was a case of, fucking hell, shall I actually get a saxophone player? And you know, it was just like we phoned this guy up, we played for Primal Scream, and down he came, and we played in Wish You Were Here and a few other Pink Floyd things. And when he did the sax, he did like a few takes on the saxophone, and when he'd finished and we'd picked the perfect one, it was a real kind of, wow, that's fucking incredible. Then the album became something different, you know. And then when we got to doing the right stuff, we got him back in, he's playing bass clarinet on that, and then it became something else entirely. It became very eclectic after those two tracks. I will be accused of sax crimes, sexual harassment when the album comes out, but I know, and it's such a big part of that song. I might actually have to have a saxophone player on tour. Fuck. I think now I pay more attention to detail now. Like, I could never, ever, ever, ever have written and produced a track like Riverman at any other point in my life other than now. And by the same rule is, I'll never, ever, ever write another song like Rock and Roll Star. Because, well, I don't know why, but I can feel I would never write a track like that again. I would never attempt to write a song like that again. And, you know, Riverman could only have happened now.